Hello, all. We are back here in Beckett Ridge. If it looks a little bit different, that's because it is. I have made a couple of changes. Some things are the same, but I have changed a few things. Um, One thing is, I did go ahead and add in the fish market here. This lot is still empty. I think I was going to put the fish market there, but I decided to actually make that the fisherman's house so that he can fish from home. So I either am going to download a beach lot for his house or build one there. I haven't decided. I did go ahead and build a building for the wedding beach here so that they can have a reception area. I did change some colors on some of the buildings here, and I added in these two residential homes down here by the beach. I just thought they fit in better down here by the beach. I added in a couple more tiny lots. These houses right here, which I believe were from Mod the Sims. And then I think I changed out a home over here. I did delete one of these houses and I put in this building here, which is going to be the orphanage. And I also changed this building from plastic box into an apartment. And I know I showed you before this building that I wasn't sure if I was going to change it into an apartment or keep it how it was. And I did end up changing that into an apartment. So that is 2 units there. So I'm satisfied now on the number of apartments because we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we'll have plenty of options for our Sims that may not have that much in funds. Now I want to show you some changes over here at what I consider downtown or town square or whatever you want to call it. Um, I actually built these two buildings here, which here we go. This one and this one, and they are going to be double lots. So they are housing two businesses. This is the clinic and the general store, and this is the bank and the post office. And I totally got that idea from the Jessa channel because it will just save on loading screen time and stuff like that when you have Sims traveling to community lots. This is the toy store and baby store, and this is uh, the fire station and the police station, which I'm still not finished with those yet. Still working on that. Um, and then I did add in this house as well. That was from Mod the Sims. Added in a little housing neighborhood here. I don't remember before if I showed the farmlands. These are from the Great Cheesecake Persona, I believe is what it is. And just really awesome farmland, um, wheat, sunflowers, and stuff like that. So I loved how those looked. And then I changed this building here from plastic box into a gym. This building is going to be the music studio, so where Sims can take their kids to learn dancing and learn an instrument and that sort of thing. And this building over here is going to be a home business, which is going to be the animal shelter. I did change the colors of some of the buildings. I think this building is also new. That is the library. Um, I think that is most of the changes. I don't think anything else really changed. Um, as you can see down here, I did go ahead and add in the Sims. I've decided I may have to make a couple more because I didn't have enough Sims um, at this point to have the teacher and the fireman, I believe. So I may need to add one more male, one more female. The thing is, we're not going to have any children straight away. Probably not until we play the orphanage. when we play the orphanage, I think I'm going to spawn some children so that she does have, something to do. So at that point is probably when I will add in whoever's going to be the teacher too. Um, but we will need a fireman. I think I might have an extra sim that I have not added in here yet. So we might be okay there. Have to look. Um, but anyway, so now I'm going to get started with moving them in. But first, I'm going to have to roll to see how much simoleons they start with. And I'm going to use a rule that I found off of Pleasant Sims where you roll 6 to 20. But I'm thinking I might want to roll to 20. I might need to roll a little bit more than that because some of these houses are like already furnished. So, but I do want some Sims to have to get an apartment. I'm thinking I might roll 6 to 25,000 simoleons. And depending on what they start with, that will determine where they can move. All right, so what I did was I went ahead and rolled everybody's simoleons, 6,000 to 25,000 simoleons. And then I also rolled their ages. So everybody is going to be starting as an adult, but they can start anywhere between the ages of 19 and 34. So this is our first sim. So everybody has the 20,000 simoleon handout right now. So I'll have to adjust that. And if they are one that is starting with more, if the 20,000 is more than what they're starting with, then I'll just adjust it once they get into wherever they're going to live. So this sim is Haley. Yeah, Haley Chandler. She is going to be our clothing store owner. And she's going to start with 7,000 simoleons. And she is 29 years old. So starting with 7,000 simoleons, I already know she's going to have to get an apartment. Um, First, before we do this, let me look again and see how much these apartments are. So that's 977 to 1151. Those are both 827. These are 506 to 1020. Now, this is the clothing store right here. So she could live in an apartment right here, right across the street from her store. I think that would probably make sense for her to do that. So why don't we go ahead and move her in there? All right, so let's go ahead and take Heidi. I'm so nervous. This is like moving my first sim in. I'm so nervous. And I also do have the no townie region mod or whatever, so that we should not have any townies generate unless it's townies that I make. All right, let's go ahead and have Heidi rent this apartment right here. Are you sure you want to rent this? Yes. I see she wants to get all kinds of jobs, but that's not happening. Let me go ahead and get her set up with the sim blender. And we're going to need to spawn the adjuster. Um, First thing I'm going to do is get her a desk. And I did get some single tiled desks, I believe. Got a few of them in here. And we'll get her a manufactured computer. And she needs a cheap chair. Because we're going to have to fix her money. And I need to give her a phone. So they are getting assistance from the town to get their businesses up and running. So they are not going to have to purchase these businesses, these initial businesses. So, let's see again, she started with 7,000 simoleons minus her rent. And I think everyone is going to be also gifted the computer that they will need to run everything. But everything else she's going to have to purchase on her own, such as her furnishings and stuff like that. So, and then I'm also going to need to change her age. So right now she is 42 days until an elder, and I need to make her 31 days until an elder. And I don't know if there's another way to do this. Wait, what am I doing? Aging. 33. Can I only do the 3 days? Okay, we're gonna have to get as close as we can. Unless somebody knows of another way to adjust that, let me know. And then let's go ahead and see how much we need to give her to purchase the clothing store. I did also get the mod where that no apartment townies will spawn. So anyone that lives in this apartment building will be a playable. Of course, we have the newspaper townie.
Oh, so Prati? Huh? Oh, Vision.
Got a couple of these names that need changed. Okay, so that is 45,941 simoleons. So I am just going to mother load her right now. And then let's go ahead and purchase community lot.
Wow. Oh, Shabasiz Lamino. Oh, Rudashna. Hula Tam. Oh, Ramlakin.
Okay, so I just did the family funds sheet to make her money, correct? So this is her 7,000 simoleons minus paying her rent. And like I said, the computer and desk and chair and phone were all donated to help her get set up from from Beckett Ridge. Um, everything else, and obviously the clothing store. Everything else, she's going to have to purchase herself. So I don't think I'm going to show furnishing her apartment. I might show a few things. We'll see. Just for the sake of time, because we have a lot of Sims to get through and get set up, and then we will eventually be doing the meetup where everybody can get to know each other. So let me go ahead and start furnishing her apartment, and I will. All right, so here we are back with her apartment. I did do a little more research on the aging thing, and since I don't have the inseminator, um, the sim blender seems to only do the 3-day aging thing. I know I can change it in SimPE, which I might consider doing, or I just, if I can't get them to the exact age that I rolled for, I might just do them as close as possible, which may be 2 days or so off, which I'm not too upset about it. It is what it is. So, anyway, here is her furnished apartment. Um, I gave her, I tried to make it somewhat cute, but at the same time, she doesn't have a ton of simoleons. So she got what she got. And I did give her a sewing machine since she is going to be in fashion. And that brings me to my next thing that I need to make sure to set up is well, she is a pleasure aspiration, but I need to make sure that her interests are in line. And so let me go ahead and do that because she is supposed to have a high interest in fashion. Girl. All right, I got her interest set as high as I could in fashion. Rod Humble just delivered her computer, so she's going to go ahead and open that and sell it. That is essentially their donation. She's technically getting it donated again, but that's okay. Okay. Um, and then another thing I need to set up is hood wide settings. We want auto gender preference enabled. Okay. And I need to run gender preference for the hood. Get off that whole hood. Okay. Oh, okay. She's bi. Cool. Okay, so let's see. How did she get out here? Oh, okay. It's right outside her door. That's pretty neat. All right. I think she is completely set up, and that took a long time. And I have to do that for like 19 more Sims. So, we're gonna leave Haley here. We will move on to the next Sim, and eventually we will be getting them to meet and greet. Um, and let's just take a look at the hood here. again in lot view. And right here across the street is her little clothing store. Can't wait to send her over there. And out that way is the beach. All right. Okay. Now, the farmer is one of the Sims that is getting an exception to where he lives because obviously he needs to live on the farm. So we are going to go ahead and move him in. This is Logan McIntosh. He is 29 years old and he will be starting with 14,000 simoleons after the purchase of the farm. He is a family sim. His hobby is nature and gardening, and he will have an interest in environment and animals. And here we are down on the farm. So I'm not going to bore you all by going through all of the setup that we saw with Haley. Luckily for him, this house is already furnished, which is fantastic. And it is a rather small house. It does have an extra bedroom so that he hopefully can start a family very soon. He is going to need a lot of help on the farm. We do already have some of his crops here, which is great. And then he also has a lot of trees back here where he can harvest. And then he's going to be selling his crops there at the roadside produce stand. Let me go ahead and get him set up and then I will be back. All right, time to move in our next sim. We have Garrett Faller here. He is a sim. I decided that I wanted a little bit more diversity in our skin tone, so I did end up redoing him and changing his skin tone. He is starting with 12,000 simoleons, and so um, let's see, he may also have to move into an apartment. Yeah, because all the homes are at least 20. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and move him in where Haley lives as well, um, so that she has a neighbor. All right, here we are. And we have, what's his name? Garrett. And here's Haley out here. Garrett, he could rent that very top floor apartment, but I don't know if he needs that much space, really. Um, I know with this mod that I have in that's supposed to prevent the apartment townies, I think you can only rent up to 4 units. So no matter what, one of these is always going to be empty. I do like the fact that hers had this extra room that she could use for like dining or whatever. Um, and it doesn't look like any of the other ones really have that. Um, you know what? I think I'm just gonna have him rent this one. 614. Yes, we want to rent that. I'm going to get him a sim blender. We'll have to change his lifetime once. Okay, so he's straight. And now let me go ahead and get him set up and I'll be back. Okay, so I got Garrett a bit of furnishing. He has a phone. Garrett is 24 years old. He's 36 days until an elder. And he has a very high interest in food, culture, work. And Garrett is all set up. He owns the restaurant, Lighthouse Cove Restaurant. He is a pleasure sim. His hobby is cuisine. And he has high interest in food and entertainment and all of that. I did realize one thing that I failed to do with both Haley and Logan was give them their degrees. I am going to give all of these Sims degrees. And let's see, he is in culinary. So we will just give him an economics degree, I think. Okay. So I think he is all set up. And we are going to move on to the next sim. So here's just a tip for y'all. I noticed that my Sims details were way off. Like her face was blurry, her dress was blurry, and I realized that my graphic rules makers settings were not applied anymore. And I don't know what happened. I also noticed that I was getting some pink soup here and there. And not even sure if the two are related at all because I am not an expert on these things. But anyway, so and I did notice that the graphics rules maker site had an update from August of 2023. So I did re-download it and applied it back to my game, and now my graphics are back to being beautiful. So this is Amanda Spanfeldner. She owns the toy store and baby store. And she moved into this apartment. I'll show you, whoops, show you the outside of it. This is like a duplex apartment. And it's 3 stories, really cute. It's kind of still small inside. She technically only has one bedroom. She is a family sim. Her hobby is tinkering, and and her sub hobby is toy making. She's got herself a toy making bench here to do at home. And I think she also has one down at the store that she's going to run. Um, she started with 10,000 simoleons. I went ahead and furnished her apartment for her. So now she has 6,545. And I already set her up to have a degree and purchase the store. So she is pretty much set to go. Um, she is also straight. I already ran that. She's got her computer. She's got a phone. Upstairs is her bedroom. So Amanda is all set up and ready to go. And I'll just give you another look at her. She's very, very cute. Oh, and one other thing I forgot to tell you about Amanda. I have to correct her age, but she's going to be 32 years old, or at least as close as I can get her to 32 years old. Let's see, aging 3 days older, aging 3 days older. And so that means she would be 28 days until an elder, I believe. So closest we're gonna get her is 30 days. So that will make her 30. All right, so let's move on to the next sim. Okay, this is our next sim. Her name is Quinn Wang. She does not look happy. Not sure what you're not happy about, Quinn. She is the town doctor and general store owner. She is 30 years old. She's a knowledge sim. She will have a hobby of fitness. We'll need to still figure out her sub hobby. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll show you the inside of her house quickly. I'm not sure if this house is furnished or not. No, it's not. And she's not going to have a ton of money because she started with 17,000 simoleons and this house cost 16,000. So she's gonna have the very bare necessities like toilet and fridge and maybe a chair or something. Again, the town is gonna fund her um, computer, phone, cable, and chair. And but other than that, she's gonna have to furnish everything else. This is a really cute little house though that she has here. And down the way there is downtown. Probably can't see the clinic from here. Maybe. Yeah, it's right over there. Right over there. The clinic and the general store. And if you look this way, this is going into the farmland where Logan McIntosh lives. All right, so let me go ahead and get her house set up and I'll be back. All right, Quinn is set up for the most part. She's got a mini fridge, she's got a toilet. She could not afford a double bed, so she has a single bed. She's got her computer, she's got her phone. So she's got enough to survive at the moment. She's going to get a little bit more money when Mr. Humble brings over the computer. And so, oh, I need to get her a shower. Looking forward to getting her some more money so that we can decorate this house up. This is Kane Winslet. He is our town banker and post office owner. He is 30 years old. He has an interest in money. He is a fortune sim. He does have a degree in economics. And he lives here at this apartment next to Amanda Spanfeldner, who owns the toy store. He started with 11,000 simoleons, and I did already purchase him the bank and post office. So here comes Rod Humble with his donated computer. So he will get those funds back. And then other than that, he is all set up and ready to go. And I did not decorate his apartment up much yet. He just has a few things in here. I don't know his hobby yet. His hobby is really not too important to his career, so we'll just let him have the hobby that he's assigned with. I've not been paying much attention to Lifetime once. This obviously is not right. Let's go ahead and get his accurate, I guess. Let's just do earn lots of money. Okay. He is all set up and ready to go. This cute little humble abode here belongs to Asher Shelton. He is the owner of the gym in Beckett Ridge. So I've already motherload him some money so that he can go ahead and purchase this. He is 24 years old, has an interest in health. He is a popularity sim. And let's see, is the fitness center. Okay. And now I'm going to fix his money. This house cost him 16,000. He started with 18,000. Luckily, this house was already furnished, which is nice. I'm going to put him at 1,500. And then he will still get the rebate for the Rod Humble computer. He lives somewhat close to Dr. Quinn. Right down the street there is downtown, and you can see the gym from there. It's right there, the fitness center. His house is really tiny. It's just got this one bedroom up here that's not even big enough for a double bed, really. But the beauty of this house is that it does have a fairly large backyard here where we can expand the house if he decides to stay here. All right, where's Rod Humble? There he comes. Okay, I think he is all set up and ready to go. Oh, I did take a look at his lifetime one, and it's fine. He wants to have 20 simultaneous best friends, which makes sense for a popularity sim, so we will keep him with that. All right, we have our final sim for this episode. This is Shiloh Burton. Let's take a good look at her. She owns the neighborhood flower shop. She is going to be 22 years old. She did start with 25,000 simoleons, so she got this pretty cute house here. Closer to the beach than to downtown. So let me go ahead, get her set up. I think this house might still need furnished. No, it has some furnishing. That's good. Definitely want to change out a few things though, but let me go ahead and get her set up and then I'll be okay. So Shiloh is all set up. She has her flower shop. Let me see. This house cost her. I have to fix her money once. Okay. So her money is correct now. She's still going to get the rebate from Rod Humble's computer. She owns the flower shop now. She is a romance sim. We don't know her hobby yet, but I do know that it's arts and it's flower arranging. I do want to also get her a flower arranging station here to do at home. Oh, I gotta fix that wallpaper. Mm, we'll definitely be redecorating these as they get more funds. Oh, good, she can't afford it. Just taking a look around the hood.
Thou see.
Why don't you make one? I spelled her name right. I think it has an H on the end. Yes, it does. Okay, good. Hey, here is Rod Humble.
Wala pa magkala sa ito mo?
Huh. Huh. Mm-mm. Też nie wiem.
Krauza.
Go ahead and put that in her inventory. And come down here and get your refund on the computer. Whoops. Okay. Oh, I'm not supposed to have any townies, but things aren't working exactly appropriately. Which is annoying. And if you have any tips on that, please share. I do have in the no townie region, and I do have in the no townies for apartments, but there might be something I'm missing. I think there's quite a few that you have to get that to really work properly. All right, so that is going to be it for our Sims created for this episode. In the next episode, we still have some to get through. Oh, she can't get to that bed. We still have quite a few to get through, and I'm excited for that because it will be fun when we finally get to have them all meet up.